Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Senior and Living Today. As you may or may not know, Senior and Living Today is a channel geared toward those of us 55 and over. And a lot of people think that because it's 55 and older, that it's for old people. So, what is your classification of old people? It's very interesting to me how people feel about the word senior. When you say senior citizen or senior adult or even elder, people feel some kind of way about it. So when I tell people the channel is called Senior and Living Today, they think, I'm 55, I'm 60, I'm not old, it's not for me. Well, it is for you. Senior does not mean old in my book. The reason why I wanted to talk about this today was because I was watching someone else describing an interaction she had had, and I watched her reaction to the word senior, and it really made me think about how people receive being a senior. So, this woman was telling this story about whether she should dye her hair or not. She was going through that age where she was turning, a lot of her hair was turning gray, and she was struggling with, do I color it? Do I not color it? And her husband was like, whatever you want to do. It's, turning gray is a natural process. If you want to go gray, go gray. So she was telling her husband, well, I was talking to these other ladies about whether I should dye my hair or not, and they kind of said what you said, that it was my choice. So he asked her, he said, how old were these ladies? And she said, oh, they were in their mid 50s or late 50s. And he said, oh, so they were seniors. And the look that came over her face as she was digesting the word senior just really struck me. And she said, yeah, I guess. Like, it was painful. It was painful for her to hear 55 and older described as senior. So I wanted to find out kind of how you guys feel about it. I know how I feel about the word senior, and I don't feel bad about it, but apparently a lot of people do. So I wanted to talk about it today and get you guys' perspective. I'm hoping that you will um, comment and let me know your thoughts on it. It does not sound as pleasant when I say I'm over a half a century old, but senior, I can digest that without any problem. To my children, I know I'm old, but to my elders, I'm still a kid. So I think that that is kind of a happy medium, great place, a great spot to be in. I don't feel so bad about it. And I really think that it is more of a mindset. What is your mindset behind that word, senior? It's not a bad word. It's not a four-letter word. It's just a word. So, when I think about the people that I know that, you know, are in their late 20s and they're freaked out about turning 30, it just kind of makes me chuckle. And then I think about the people I know in my core group when they were turning 40 and they thought it was the absolute end of the world. Like, oh my gosh, like 40 was in their minds, for some reason, 40 was over the hill. And I laugh at that. I wonder how they feel today, in their mid to late 50s. when we think back about how we thought that was just the end. Um, I look at my 50s sort of like I've arrived, sort of like when you're a senior in high school. When you are a underclassman in high school, there's stuff you can't do as an underclassman that you can do as a senior. You might have a reduced schedule, or you might have be able to go to late opening, and you can go to senior skip day, and you can go to the senior prom. There's certain benefits with being a senior, and being a senior citizen, I think, kind of works the same way. It's sort of like, to me, it's sort of like royalty in my mind. I've arrived. So, as a senior citizen, I get into some places early. I get sometimes cheaper product or discount. I get certain services for reduced fees. You can kind of march to your own drum. You can go to bed early. You can stay up late. You can pretty much do what you want when you're a senior without too much back talk from people, because they're like, she's old in their minds. But yet we're feeling good. So I think another benefit of being a senior is people realize that you're getting older, more seasoned, and they offer you more assistance. And I'm fine with that. People help the queen, people should help me, right? That's how I look at it. So I am embracing being a senior. I am embracing being a seasoned adult. I think that being a senior citizen does not have to be considered a bad thing. I think it can be a wonderful thing. I think it is a wonderful time in our lives. We have, in my opinion, most of us, if we have children, our children are older, so we have a little less responsibility that way. We may not still be running to football games and soccer games and this practice and that practice. There's certain benefits with having done all that already. So I want to know how you feel about the word senior. I want to know not only how you feel about the word, or how you feel as a senior living today. Do you feel old, or do you feel like you're kind of having the best time of your life? Less responsibility, more ability to come and go. How are you feeling about being a senior and living today? Um, I hope that this has made you kind of think about it a little, reassess how you feel, and if weren't feeling quite right about it, hopefully you feel a little better and realize that it's a great place to be. That number of being 55 and older and being a senior does not mean it's the end of your life. You still could have almost half your life again ahead of you to conquer and enjoy. So I hope this made you think. I really hope that you'll comment down below. Tell me how you feel about being a senior and living today. Um, please visit our website. There you'll find some tips and ideas that might be helpful for you, some resources that you might find helpful. And I hope you will like this video, share this video, and come back and see me again on Senior and Living Today. Goodbye.